Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Real Estate Quick Tips with Local Real Estate. Today, we're going to talk about how to save for your first home. Now, there are 7 things that we usually tell everybody to kind of do before they purchase a home or they're planning to purchase a home. We're going to jump right into it. The first one is figure out what you can afford. Now, I know that seems like a very easy thing, but some people have an idea of what they can afford, and then when they get pre-approved and they find out what exactly they can afford, it's 2 different things. So we really want you to be realistic with yourself and factor in all your monthly costs that you have currently, and then also you want to factor in your monthly costs for repairs, property taxes, and some other things that you face as a homeowner, insurance and stuff like that. So you really want to be cautious and calculate what you can really afford based on your income as a single person or as a married couple, or if you have children. All of that plays a factor. The second thing is to talk to your realtor about any special financing programs that are available to you, especially now in a market that is somewhat reached its plateau on raised prices. I think we're going to see a lot of overpriced homes come back to reality, and so the mortgage companies are getting creative on how they can lend, and there are some special programs available to people with specific situations. You're a 1099 employee, you're self-employed. Some people can get financing based on the deposits they put in every month. So there are definitely several programs out there. There are programs for first-time home buyers that offer low down payments and provide payment assistance. So definitely talk with a realtor. Number 3, base on your research that you've done, determine how much you'll need to save. Again, something that a lot of people do, but they don't calculate correctly. You really need to include your closing costs. If you're the seller, any commissions you'll need to pay, any taxes you'll need to pay on capital gains if it's a short amount of time, or if you're flipping a home. These are the things you really want to make sure you calculate, because you can list at a certain number and have all these fees and not really take that into effect and accept an offer, and at the end of the day you make $0 after you've paid everyone and paid all the fees and all the taxes and insurance, all that stuff. Once it's paid off, you want to make sure that you're making money. A big thing that we really like to stress, number 4, and it could be at the top, but this is number 4 for us, is create a timeline for buying a home, and then stick to a budget to get to that goal. Super important. You really need to budget yourself, especially if you're, not the wealthiest person. You're not making tons of money. This is your first home. You have a good job, but you have other expenses. You have car payments, all of that stuff. You really want to create a timeline and a budget for yourself. Stick to the budget. Give yourself a time, a year, 6 months, maybe it could be 2 years out that you're saving money for. Stick to the plan, stick to the timeline. We can't stress that enough. Number 5, pay off all credit cards, auto loans, and any personal loans. It is super important especially when you're going for a mortgage and you're getting pre-approved. As soon as they start running all of your credit information, they're going to see everything that you have debt on. Cars, personal loans, any auto loans, any credit cards. You really want to keep those low, especially if your margins are close on the pre-approval process. This will come into effect when you meet with a mortgage broker or a realtor. They'll stress this with you probably from the beginning to make sure you don't open any new lines of credit. Don't buy any cars, open up any loans. Don't buy furniture yet. You want to wait till the loan is closed. You want to pay off any debt you have now, or at least try to to pay some of it down, so it increases your credit score and allows more debt to income ratio for yourself. It'll make it easier to get a mortgage, and you'll also get a lower rate. Number 6, pay your down payment fund first. Start a separate home buying account, set up an auto transfer to move any portion of each paycheck into that account. As soon as the check is deposited, it'll go right in there and it'll pay off your down payment first. It's like you're creating almost a savings account to fund your down payment. So if you can only put down 3%, you can only put down 5%. If you're putting down 20%, you really need to budget that and start putting money aside. We suggest out of every paycheck, set it, you can even set it. Take out a portion of this and put it into this account. That way, by the time your 6-month goal or your year goal, you'll have enough to put down on the house you really, really want, and you won't have to worry about having to get a gift letter from your parents or borrowing money from someone at the last minute to make sure you can close on this loan. Super important to budget for this. Number 7, look for creative ways to save faster. Now, what can this be? Cut back on luxuries. Anything that you're spending money on you don't really need to spend money on. Try to cut back for the timeline that you've created for yourself. Put anything you get back, like tax refunds, or any type of, if you have a side business, if you're selling stuff on eBay, put that money to the side in an account and it'll help you save way faster. Personally, when I was purchasing my home about 5 years ago, I had my job and I actually had a side job that I worked at nights so that I can get to my goal faster. And then I also was selling stuff on eBay, and I was putting that money in a side account that was going to help me fund my down payment. So just try to get creative. Even, part-time jobs, I did it only for about a year. I set a goal for myself. I wanted a beautiful place and needed certain things, so not everyone wants that, and we understand that. So, but doing this by creating special ways to save money faster, you'll get to your goal faster, your timeline will be done, and then you can get the home of your dreams. I hope these 7 tips help you along the way for buying your home. It could be your first home, your second home, an investment property, anything like that. We're here to help. If you have any questions, you can always call us. You can always reach out to us. Our phone number here is 561-571-1502. Our email address that everyone has access to is sales, SALES, at local, LOCALRECO.com. Message us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're here to help. All the agents here have access to the portal, so if you ever need anything, you call us. It rings all of our phones, so someone will answer. You'll have a live person. You won't get any automated stuff. You'll be speaking to a professional, a real estate professional who's been in the business, knows the markets, knows all the information, and can give you helpful tips like this to help you during the process of buying a home or selling a home or staging a home. We'll see you next time for the next real estate quick tip.